On this video, here is a D8 coal blade, and I am single-handedly going to extend it to make it even bigger.
Can I have that?
With all our videos featuring construction and mining operations running 24/7, people always ask, who fixes everything? The simple answer is more talented and hardworking people. But like a doctor without a scalpel, they'd be nothing without their tools. Although field service technicians don't have the luxury of a spacious shop, they must bring everything with them, making their service trucks arguably the most important tool they have. This brings me to Palfinger. They called us months ago asking if we could check out their latest and greatest service truck. So today, we're heading to a coal export terminal outside of Birmingham, Alabama, to spend the day with Patrick, a welder and fabricator at Thompson Tractor, to see what it takes to extend a blade on a D8 coal dozer and how his Palfinger service truck is essential for the task. But before the sparks fly, let's run through his truck, which may be the coolest I've ever seen. We're out here in Alabama. That's a very heavy piece of equipment. And so if they wanted that blade extended, but they had to send it to the shop back in Birmingham, it would cost a lot of money. That's the nice thing about a truck like this. This truck offers the ability for Thompson to essentially have almost everything that would be in that shop, but here in the field next to the machine. We didn't even have to move the machine when we got here. The truck just backs in, and Patrick has everything he needs to do this job, making it a lot more cost effective for the customer.
So you just want me to start at the front and we'll walk around?
Yeah.
We have a 2024 T380 Kenworth from Truckworks. I actually know several people that work there, and my smoking hot wife works there too.
That helps.
It's got the Alcoa wheels on it, chrome visor, air horns, got a CB, got a Lincoln Vantage 441X welder. It'll do, I think it goes up to 520 amps. It's got the cross-link system on it. I'm not really sure how it works, but it'll link with that suitcase welder, and you can adjust your amps and your volts from the suitcase and not have to walk back and forth.
It's fancy.
And they added that step there. That was extra. You got the welding leads where I can pigtail them off into here, and they run out the back.
Mm-hmm.
They added that black box up there. They added that. These are, I think the last year or so, they started making these bumpers with the steps in them, and that's a way better.
Yeah.
I don't know whoever come up with that. They did a good job, because it's a lot easier to climb in and out. I've got my boring bars over here in this PVC pipe. I made that rack for that, so we put all the bars in there. Those blue boxes are the actual boring kit. That hydraulic cooler up there is for the cool the hydraulic oil in the impact, because the boring kit's hydraulic.
Mm-hmm.
So it runs off the hydraulics on the truck. Had them add that box up there too. Let's see what else. But that's the leads for the big Lincoln up there. These are the leads for the impact. The impact has a welder built in it. This is also for a jump box. Well, not really a jump box, but jumper cables.
Yeah.
You charge a battery, jump a machine off, that sort of stuff. Got air hose reels, a big one and a small one. Got the torch bottles and the CO2 bottles up there. The lines run through the cab, or not through the cab, through the body, and we can plug them up right here.
Mm-hmm.
But with this impact, you can weld. It runs the crane. It runs the boring kit. It's got electrical outlets. Let's see what else they added. It's got lights up underneath it. You can't really see them. They work really good at night. And there's some lights up here on the side. Up there, the crane's got lights on it too. They added a light bar in the back to shine across the bed so I could see at night. Well, let's see what else we had on this thing. It's got another step on this side. You got your bottles right here on the side. It's also got a CB radio in it, an inverter in there, and a console. They added that too. And then on the front, I had them add that light bar there too.
Oh yeah.
So you can see when you're leaving late at night from wherever. They added this. I don't know what that's, whatever that is.
Keeps the bugs from getting in there?
I guess. It doesn't stop it from hitting the windshield, I know
Yeah.
that. And when they hit that big old windshield, they go all over
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's awful.
Some of those are big and juicy.
Yeah.
It looks like that crane can lift just about anything you would need it to lift.
It's rated for 12,000 pounds.
That's substantial.
But that's 12,000 pounds, like nearly straight up and down the back bumper. Yeah, it's got the chart in here on what it'll pick up and how, or you know, your
I gotcha. Yeah,
chart there to go by.
But there's not a whole lot you can't do with this truck.
I mean, not really, because you can turn wrenches out of it, you can weld out of it.
Yeah.
You pick up whatever you want to pick up. It's versatile, I guess you'd say.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm gonna run over here. Can you put that in the truck?
Yeah, no problem.
Stick it on the hook.
Huh?
You can. I was going to tell you to use the magnet and stick it to the snatch block where you can use your hands.
The magnet's pretty good. Mission complete. Palfinger built the entire truck specially for Thompson Tractor. Here it has just about everything you need. It has everything you need for a job like this, almost everything that would be back in the shop, back in Birmingham. We have the welder, we have, if I can open these, a ton of tool space, absolutely everything. Big wrenches. The toolboxes are really nice on this. It's actually organized. Sometimes they're not. Oh, nice. Yeah, I would need the labels. More tools. Quite amazing how much storage there is here. Now that we've explored the truck, it's time for the work at hand. We've got set up for the day. We've got our welding leads set out there. We've got our torch, we've got our air for the grinder there. The first step, yesterday what happened was Patrick and another technician came in here. These plates here, the bigger ones were cut at the shop, and then they fitted some other pieces. They tacked it all together, so now everything is where it needs to be. So here's where the blade initially was, and here's the section being added. Now today, Patrick's working on the few final supports. If you come around here, you can see he's working on the few final supports that go on the back of the blade, so as that material is pushing against it, it's nice and strong. And then once those are done, he'll start welding. So he'll have to weld from the back and then weld all the way across on the front, and the job will be done. With the back welded entirely across, Patrick's now onto the front. But before welding begins, Patrick has to cut the temporary braces off and make a big enough gap between the new and existing steel for a proper weld. To do it, Patrick's arc gouging, which uses an electric arc to melt the metal and air to blow it away. It makes for some dramatic shots.
You notice my customized tag on the back? I don't know if anybody else important has seen that yet. But my buddy that was there with me yesterday, he's got the Mr. Big nicest tag on his. Yeah. So yesterday we was running down the road behind each other up here like that.
Before we head back to Tennessee, we had to check out the enormous D10 pushing coal on the pile behind us. I was drooling over it all day. Okay, I've got to get back to Nashville, so I'm gonna let Patrick finish my work up here. That blade's almost extended. By the time he's out of here in a few hours, he'll have it welded all the way across in the front, and this thing will be ready to go in the coal pile. A huge thank you to Thompson Tractor for having us out. A huge thank you to Patrick, the technician that was gracious enough to host us, and then Palfinger for setting all of this up, for giving us a look at their finest service truck available. It was a great time. We'll see you next time. Stay dirty, everybody.